We have two objectives with the pilot. One is to test what we call the core curriculum. The musicians and teachers who've come here need to have a basic common understanding of what music is and what skills you need in order to teach music. The other aspect of the campus idea is to develop new teaching materials. And both of these ideas are fairly consultative. The second part, which is designing teaching materials for African music, will have to be, I suppose, a very consultative process anyway, because we are not the experts necessarily in this area. And we would hope that if we do the core curriculum well, they will have the tools in which to develop their own curricula in the future. And that's one of the main ideas.
This is very laid back here.
We brought a lot of ideas with us, and we did adopt some of them from other programs and from other ideas that we'd come across. From the response of the teachers, all of them seem capable of teaching in this style and using these materials.
The A is supposed to be drop. Oh, flat. Okay?
What do you think about this rhythm?
It's not correct.
Okay, why? We're given methods to teach, and as we get that, we also get technique. But the technique will not improve our playing in 2 weeks, but it's a way to get us to a better place, which I think is a great idea. To help us develop more material to help our students when we go back. Yeah.
It has not fulfilled, of course, everything that I wanted, but it has really set a very good pace for me to start going and really exploit my musicianship. Apart from just dealing with the theory, they also use the practical approach. Okay, so what I would say, the program is good, and we've been talking with friends, and we've said it's a pilot program. When you're piloting something, you're starting, you're not sure of what is happening.
When we came here, we had a sort of like a blueprint of what we wanted to offer, but we knew also that we might have to drastically change them because we didn't know really what to expect. And right now that we're here, we're just, changing bits and parts of that blueprint what we had and adapting to the situation and the teachers that we are teaching in here. And it seemed to be working out pretty well. We're all learning day by day, and we're all helping each other and, absorbing each other's ideas.
The methods that we use also on each other. So we're not only interacting with the students, we are also constantly interacting among ourselves, because preparing the program required that we, first of all, as a group of teachers, had to find a common language. We had to agree on which chord symbols we will use, which words for scales or modes will we use, and how will we use them.
I like the idea that you want to get the input of whoever you're teaching, because then that means that your teaching method is student-oriented, not teacher-oriented. So you don't necessarily impart what you think is extremely important to you as the teacher, but you consider the student. Using body percussion is one way to have the students enjoy what they're doing, but have an understanding within themselves, even though they might not be able to see how quickly it relates to the sight reading skills.
Many musicians don't write down African songs. They would rather sing and leave it at that. It's important that we are able to hear and feel the rhythm, so that when you are challenged to transcribe or to teach those patterns to students, you have various ways of demonstrating.
So I had been trying to come up with a system documenting, the drum patterns, the dances, and it was hard because I also didn't have a system. So when I came here, I was introduced to things like rhythmic and body percussion. That already was a system which perfectly fitted what I was doing.
It has given me an opportunity to communicate with people on different levels. I was able to convey a message, or at least to teach people from different cultural backgrounds. And that was good exposure for me. On our level, as participants, well, we got to exchange methods and approaches of teaching in our own settings.
What we are learning here becomes relevant to whoever is teaching Benga.
Within this network, we've got a chance to open up and share everything we have.
To grow up your culture, it means that you have to interact. Because culture, it's growing up. Or culture, it's growing up every day.
If you tell someone that they're going to learn the equivalent of perhaps a 2-year program in 11 days, it's unheard of. It should be impossible. But the learning process never ended. We would go to the hostels, and every single place where we were, we spoke about music, and we rehearsed and we practiced with each other, Even when the tutors have their breaks, even at lunch break, you find a small piece of music and you ask your neighbor, And that's exactly how we learned.